just a great coaching staff, amazing team. I couldn't have picked a better place, and I'm just so happy to be here.
You know, there was a little bit of slowing you down there at the beginning with those ties. You're able to get to your attack and finish in third to get a win. How do you feel you can use this as a stepping off point heading into this postseason?
I just think, being able to score in the third period when you're tired, I think that's a big part of it. So, just like little steps just to build where I want to be at.
Jet Strickenberger, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks to Jet. Congratulations to Jet. And he said it all there, scoring in the third when you're tired.
Well, that's, the idea is obviously to score as many periods as you can, but that third period, being able to get some takedowns as the match goes on toward the end, and then obviously being able to defend a little bit, that's what wins you matches. And that's what a lot of these things come down to.
Gunnar Andrick, again, the true freshman, Point Pleasant High School here in West Virginia.
I think he's had a heck of a year, Kyle. He started off a little slow, just adjusting a little bit to the Division I competition, and man, he's cranked it up over the last month or so. He's been wrestling very well. Had some good wins. Been wrestling very solid.
18-6 on the year, and when West Virginia beat Wyoming last week, it was Andrick, the freshman, against a ranked wrestler, and Luke Willowshell of Wyoming, and Gunnar Andrick rode out Willowshell the entire third period, which was crucial because that ride time point won the match. If Willowshell gets to his feet, he takes the lead. But again, the freshman, wrestling like a veteran, stayed on top the entire third period and ultimately got that ride time point to win it 5-4. And the Mountaineers won the match 21-15 overall against Wyoming.
It was, and he was able to do that against number 11 Ronnie Ramirez when Oklahoma State came in to town. He was able to get the lone win on the board for the Mountaineers, and that was with a tough third period ride to clinch the match with riding time. Just a little bit of growing pains to begin, but has now really grown into his own stellar wrestler.
It's a nice shot by Walker. Pretty good job countering so far by Andrick.
Still a lot of time here, 30 seconds left in this first period.
Well, he's in pretty good shape. We're probably going to get a stalemate here, I would think, unless Walker can pop him up in the air. Really not. Now he's trying to move it a little bit, trying to get to that leg. Got the leg hook now.
Nothing yet. Final 10 seconds. The Missouri bench wants the points.
He hasn't popped his head out yet, which I think is the issue that the referee is looking for, the official's looking for. There's going to be 2 seconds and 1. And they're not going to show that a takedown.
Well, again, Andrick wrestling like a veteran there. That's a true freshman that fought off Gage Walker there, did not give up points. And Andrick again 17-6. And looking for a victory, his 6th win of the season against a ranked wrestler. And Andrick will select bottom to begin period number 2.
Well, it's kind of what we thought, man. They're going to grind them out. These are not going to be a lot of matches that are going to have huge bonus point implications. There's a couple maybe coming up a little later. Well, after this, they might have some, but these two teams are very evenly matched. It's going to be a lot of fight all the way through, and you're going to have to grind these out. Nice job by Walker getting him back down to the mat. Pretty good ride. And again, some of the challenges that true freshmen have is the getting out part, and especially against somebody really good on top. He's got an opportunity here if he can slide to the side, get his hip to the side.
That's what he's trying. The whistle comes with 1:22 left in the period. We'll reset.
Really some good work by both guys on top and on bottom. Walker does a nice job of really trying to get him in danger and getting close to having a tilt, but Andrick does a nice job of shooting his hip and playing with that little bit of space. Almost got himself potentially even a reversal there.
Andrick coming in on a nice roll. He's won 4 in a row.
Well, that was the part right there. Andrick has got a looks got a chance to get out. Getting pushed back over the top of his feet again was really the issue. You got to stay pushed back so he doesn't push your head back down. There's a nice little potential at a switch. Going to at least probably get warned for stalling. He's got to let go. So a minute 12 riding time, which doesn't really have a lot, right? So back up on your feet. Walker's wrestled a nice match, though, so far, and Andrick hasn't really gotten any offense yet.
That top wrestling by Walker there was doing so effective with riding the bulldog and then switching off to a thigh pry. And as soon as Andrick was able to get a little bit of space, he was able to switch out and get on the board.
That's a pretty nice shot by Andrick, and Walker just tried to give him the old lay move and get his leg real high up in the air, and that worked, at least on that particular occasion. Which just means that it didn't have a lot of weight on that side.
We're headed to the third. And again, the only point of the match so far, Gunnar Andrick worked hard after being brought back down to the mat. He eventually worked his way out for a 1-0 lead.
Just that little bit of hip space, and he took advantage of it to really try to turn and switch him, and then Walker's sort of forced to let him go or get called for stalling. And in a tight match like this, you don't really want the stalling call.
Walker on the bottom to begin period 2. Andrick needs to spend a little time on top here, and nice job by Walker. He gets out for his first point, and he still has 1:03 in ride time.
Yeah, that was big to get out with that 3 seconds of riding time left, but I'm going to get the sense that this isn't going to end on that.
Andrick scores offensively here, 90 seconds to go.
Just that little underhook, and he whipped him over. Almost had a pretty good shot at getting some near fall points there, but Walker recovers in time.
So there was no panic there after the quick escape. Gunnar got up, looked at the clock, took a deep breath, and went right at it. Missouri's done a great job these first 2 matches, really tying up on their feet and slowing down that offense. But Andrick just gets into that little flurry and pancakes Walker right to his hip there.
You know, and I'm a little surprised about them trying to slow some things down that way. Certainly you want to get to your ties and do stuff, but you know, in the conversation with Coach Smith, man, he wants offense, right? He wants some scoring.
And even if you look at their box scores, it's a very high scoring team that's very active on their feet. Just haven't seen it so far this evening.
Walker to his feet, and Andrick cuts him loose, so it's 4-2. And Andrick right back to the offense.
Doing a nice job. He's got to watch pulling him back in. You don't get your own ankle picked. What is it, 15 seconds, 50 seconds left in the match. Oh, Walker tried to jump and grab that leg, which may have been, whoa, that's going to be out of bounds, I think. That was really close, but I think they're out of bounds.
It did. The motion definitely was taking them out, but good, you know, defensive wrestling there from Walker on the edge. Was doing a good job fighting Andrick's hands as Gunnar was trying to elevate the leg, and then immediately rolled right through to just grab a leg and continue that scramble, forcing out of bounds or anything to get out of that. 30 seconds left in this one.
So riding time is out of the question for both guys, right? So it's going to come down to whether or not there's going to be another takedown or not. Andrick in on another shot. I just really love the way he's being aggressive and taking good shots. They're just not shoot to shoot. There's some good shots. He's getting in nice penetration. He's getting exactly where he needs to be. Now just working to be a little patient. Come out the backside of that a little bit.
Shot a glance at the clock. He knows he's in a position to win this one, and Gunnar Andrick does. The true freshman, Gunnar Andrick, his 19th win of the season, his 6th victory against a ranked opponent. And Andrick gets his hand raised. So the Mountaineers have a victory from a senior and from a freshman. And West Virginia has a 6-0 lead. Jed Strickenberger on senior night. Gunnar Andrick, the true freshman, victorious. West Virginia leads Missouri.